This video is full of things that make me feel really good. Just little things that you can implement into your day, whether it's food, clothes, skincare for acne, makeup that actually feels really good on my skin, easy recipes, a fun day date idea for the winter months when all you want to do is stay inside. I hope you enjoy. I think we offer a lot more grace to the people that we love than we do to ourselves sometimes, and we want them to be happy. We want them to indulge in treats. We want them to play and have fun and watch their favorite show with a cozy blanket, or just little things that we maybe wouldn't do for ourselves, but we would definitely do for other people. I think especially this time of year, it's really important to get into the practice of doing that for yourself, and I'm saying this as someone who is actively practicing this now. I hope this video gives you some good ideas. At the very least, I hope it is cozy and comforting for you to watch, and let's go ahead and get started with the absolutely delicious breakfast that I made this morning. One thing I noticed is that if someone else is having a bad day, my first instinct is to make them a nice breakfast, something that feels really special. And I kind of imagine that if I was making them this special breakfast, it would make the house smell really good. And I would want them to sit back with their coffee, read their book, and then I would present them with a delicious breakfast. So that's what I decided to do for myself and for Nicholas on this day. But I made it really easy by making some pancake mix pancakes, just add water. So I read my book, I had some coffee, and then I topped the pancakes with vegan yogurt, blueberries, maple syrup, tahini. It was so good. And I watched some YouTube videos, and then onto skincare, which has also been making me feel really good lately. So right now I only have this and this that are active and they're healing, they're kind of going away. And everything else that you see here is just scarring. So my skin is really, really improving. And especially down here and here, you can see that I really had big cystic acne because it left, it's been gone now for a few weeks and it's still very dark. The marks are very dark, but my skin is definitely healing and getting a lot better. And I shared my evening skincare routine in my nighttime video before the holidays. My daytime routine is a little bit different, and one of the biggest differences is that I use a different moisturizer during the day. It is the Nourishing cream with Hyaluronic and Shea butter from Typology. And this, I already have another one coming in the mail because it's almost gone, but I cannot be without this. This is the best daytime moisturizer. It is so soothing on my skin, and it has hyaluronic acid, shea butter, and squalene. Not this one, but this one, because this one is vegan, and everything from Typology is vegan. I will say, if my hands or my face is a little bit wet when I put this on, it kind of glides differently. So I like to make sure that I kind of pat my hands dry on a clean towel and then put this on, and it's just super rich and luxurious. I put quite a bit on, but it absorbs into my skin really nicely, and this is just an absolute godsend. I'm obsessed with it. The other thing I wanted to show you is this hybrid skincare makeup. I saw this about a year ago on a YouTube video, and the YouTuber that was using it honestly had such perfect skin that I was like, yeah, a tinted serum is perfect for you because you just want a little color, but you don't need any coverage. And I just didn't think that it was for me because at the time I had really bad cystic acne, and even now I have a lot of scarring. So I just thought that I needed something that was heavier and full coverage. But the thing is especially in the latter half of last year, I hated putting on makeup because it felt, first of all, my skin was irritated. Putting makeup on top of that made it feel worse. And then it also just didn't look very good. I felt like it wasn't covering my acne. It was just sort of sitting on top of it. And my skin just, I could not wait to wash my face at the end of the day and get it off my skin. So most of the time I wasn't wearing makeup. And if I felt like I wanted to wear makeup for a special occasion, I really dreaded it. So I finally tried this, and I wish I would have recorded me putting it on for the first time, like a first reaction kind of thing, because I was pretty surprised. It is very light. You can get a very sheer sort of wash of color, but it builds up really nicely. I'll put it on so you can see. Really just evens out your skin tone without feeling like a mask. It doesn't cover everything so that it looks like you're wearing a ton of makeup. You can still sort of see your skin through the product, but it blurs everything, and it just makes me feel and look so much more glowy and even toned. And this has been the only makeup that I've reached for ever since trying it. It's honestly I'm mad that I didn't try it sooner. Okay, so that's one layer, and sometimes I'll just leave it like that. Sometimes I'll put concealer on if I have something that's really stubborn and really dark, but most of the time I'll just go ahead and do one more drop and then pat it where I feel like I need more coverage, and it does build really, really nicely. So yeah, I just love the way this looks. It kind of evens out my complexion. It gives me a little bit of a glow and a little bit of color, but it's really, really natural. And I just feel so much better. Like my skin can breathe and it feels like it's being nourished at the same time. Right now, they're offering my viewers a special deal if you use the link, specifically using that link in the description box below. So check it out. Hope you enjoy. I really hope you guys try this recipe because I've been making it on repeat and it is so delicious, like impressively delicious for how quick it is, thanks to 2 flavor boosters. The first is Calabrian chilies. The second is some sun-dried tomatoes. You can get these at the regular grocery store. And you start by taking the olive oil from the sun-dried tomatoes, which is really flavorful. And we're gonna use that to saute the onions and garlic with the Calabrian chilies and our spices, which is just salt, pepper, and cumin. Add a little bit of tomato paste and the sun-dried tomatoes. That cooks for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then you add the canned beans, tahini, and veggie broth. This simmers for like 3 or 4 more minutes, and then it's done, and it gets really thick and creamy and luxurious, and the beans become really flavorful because they're infused with the garlic and the sun-dried tomatoes, and they've got a little bit of a kick from the Calabrian chilies. Right before serving, I like to add a little bit of freshness with some fresh lemon juice and a handful of parsley, and serve this with some good sourdough bread for dipping, and it is so good. I'll put the recipe down below. I know you guys are gonna love this one. Another thing I would do if I knew my best friend was having a bout of the winter blues and feeling a little low, I would plan a fun afternoon out, even if it was just going to a bookshop and getting some coffee or going to the mall and walking around. Whatever it is, there's just something about putting on an outfit and walking around and exploring a shop. Even if you're not buying anything, you're just window shopping, I think it's fun to kind of explore the area that you're in and get outside, even if it's just for an afternoon date. And I do this by myself all the time, and one of my favorite things to do, I know it's maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but I love going to a health food shop or a gourmet shop and just walking up and down the aisles, looking at all the options. I genuinely find that to be so fun, and it's one of my favorite ways to explore. So that's what I did. Quick little haul. I only got a couple things. So we tried this recently, the smoked flavor, and this one is just the regular one. So we're gonna give this one a try. It is a medium firm. And as you can see, it's pretty much just solid protein. So I'm gonna give that one a try. And then I got my beloved pump food. This is actually really hard to find in New Jersey. A lot of the grocery stores near here don't have it. So always love when I find it. And then I also got this hazelnut milk chocolate. Never tried this before, but I'm very intrigued. Comment below and let me know if you've tried it, because I know they have a couple of different varieties. It's got some udon noodles for dinner, carrot and lemon. I'm gonna turn this into like ribbons and put it through the noodles. After that, I took a shower and I did a face mask, and this is the Radiance mask from Typology, which has turmeric and yellow clay. You just have to leave it on for 10 minutes and it is noticeably brightening, which just feels so good, especially in the winter time. My boyfriend even commented that my skin looked really good on this night, which is always really nice. I'll make sure that link is down below if you want to check it out. I love the feeling of being showered and ready for bed before I start dinner. It doesn't always happen, but when I do, it is just so cozy. On a night like this, when it's really cold, I like to make an at-home version of some of my takeout favorites. So on this night, I made a veggie stir fry. I just sauteed my tofu with a little bit of sesame oil, salt, and pepper, set that aside, and then steamed some bok choy. And in the meantime, I made a quick sauce with water, some soy sauce, miso paste, chili paste, sesame oil, and a little maple for balance. And then I added cornstarch, which is a really important ingredient because it helps to thicken the sauce as it cooks. And this will create a glossy sauce that really clings to the noodles and the vegetables and kind of ties everything together. These noodles are great because they only have to cook for 4 minutes, and then you just rinse them with cold water, combine the vegetables with the tofu, the carrot noodles, and also the udon noodles, and then pour your sauce on top. And you want to let this cook for like 5 minutes while you're stirring and tossing it all together so that every little bit gets nicely coated in the sauce. And then I just finished this with some fresh scallions, and it was delicious. Definitely a work in progress. I'll share the recipe when I have perfected it, but it was still a really nice way to end the day. And I hope this video gave you some good ideas. I hope it was cozy to watch. And if you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.